Hello and welcome back to Vox Terra. Today, talk about something you can do to lower your pollution footprint or pollution output, live more sustainably, cut back on all these volumes of greenhouse gases and carcinogens that our consumeristic society is pumping this atmosphere, this biosphere full of. Well, today, for those of you who miss some of my characters with like funny voices or guests on the show with funny voices, today you will not be disappointed. To discuss the issue of sitting in your car and idling your engine is no other than long time no see, Benny. Benny, welcome back. Hey, it's me, Benny, on Vox Terra today to talk to you about not idling your engine, something you can do. Now, sometimes being sustainable doesn't mean necessarily spending more, it can actually mean spending less. So in this case, when I see folks sitting in the parking lot, checking their smartphones, running their engine with their windows rolled up and sometimes with their windows rolled down, doing this on a day whether it is comfortable temperature, freezing cold, brazen hot, I think this is something you can do is just shut that car off. If it's a comfortable day, I don't get why you're doing it at all. If it's a cold day, you can put on a jacket or go inside the store or whatever it is you're sitting there doing. If it's a hot day, you can roll your windows down. Now, think about it. Or maybe that's part of the problem is people ain't thinking about it. Because it's called cumulative impact. If you're living here in the US of A, we got how many millions of people multiplied sitting there in a parking lot how many times over, running the engine, checking the smartphones. What is the cumulative impact of that? Well, for one thing, you know auto exhaust ain't good for you to breathe in. Think of it like secondhand smoking. Would you sit there smoking in front of folks nowadays? You wouldn't. The auto exhaust contains known carcinogens like benzene, particulate matter that according to the Union of Concerned Scientists lodge deep within the lungs, relating to other health effects, even correlated to low birth weight in children. But number two, those greenhouse gases. Society today is dumping about 40 billion tons annual of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, heat-trapping greenhouse gases, which have set climate change in motion, or the greenhouse effect. The man-made greenhouse effect, or also known as global warming. Now you could say, you know what, Benny, I want to be comfortable, and I prefer my nicely air-conditioned, comfortable vehicle than having the natural environment intruding upon me. Well, one thing, there was a band called the Dead Kennedys who had an album cover called something like Gimme Convenience or Gimme Death. That's what you're signing up for here. Number two, you could simply think of it as testing yourself against the elements. Ain't you got the grit to withstand a bit of different temperature variations? 3, you could think of it as mind over matter, some kind of Jedi training for you. 4, you could think of it as saving yourself some money. You're basically burning money when you're burning that fuel. And lastly, you know what? You're going to feel good about yourself because if you sit there thinking about it, sit and think of yourself as what you really are in terms of objective terms. You're a living organism made out of flesh and organs and other stuff like that. And then this creature of flesh and organs sitting here in this vehicle of metal and plastic and other chemical components, then spewing out all these toxins and greenhouse gases, so you can sit there checking your smartphone, which also has other toxic components involved in the manufacture. Well, guess what? You're reducing all of that gross stuff. Then you can feel better about yourself. So hey, I don't know if you guys found my analysis handy or not. I hope so. Let me give it back to Vox Terra, the main host. Well, hey, thanks a lot, Benny, for coming on the show again, and I hope you found Benny somewhat interesting, entertaining, informative, and maybe now you or a friend or somebody you know will, instead of sitting there running their engine, checking their smartphones, you'll turn it off. It's a small thing you can do to lower your impact. Remember, sometimes being sustainable is just about doing less. Well, hey, until next time, and as always, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You click that notification bell so you know when I'm putting up a new video. You're liking, you're commenting. I love getting discussion at this channel. And you are becoming a patron at Patreon, helping support this effort. This is a heck of a lot of work, very time consuming, at a real opportunity cost. So thank you, Belle Lagrissi and Environmental Coffee House. And until next time, and as always, peace be with you.